You know what's coming. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you. Don't forget. Okay, House of the Dragon. I'm running on no sleep. I'm drinking 2 cups of coffee. I should probably not make this video, but who gives a shit? House of the Dragon is coming. There's a lot of fake news out there. And in this video, I'm going to address that. And I'm also going to hit you with some dragon facts. So please, before we jump into any of that, do me a massive favor and slap a like on this video. The like goal is going to be 42. And then also, make sure you're subscribed and have those notifications turned on. Like 2 and 11. So that way you get all the notifications and not just some of them. Right? My name's Mark and this is... Long nights, Zeldriza Spusdari, Exos. Tower. Alright, now first things first, because, you know, there's going to be, like, a few comments that say, hey, you said leaked scenes and you didn't talk about it too halfway through the video. Usually I embed that to allow for a larger watch time, because that also helps with YouTube's ranking system. But let's go ahead and get the leaks out of the way. I'm going to tread carefully here in what I show pictures of and what I mention, because I currently have an active copyright strike on my channel for mentioning leaked information. I think it's kind of funny that people still try to go into my comment section and say, hey, you're making clickbait. Hey, man, I got a fucking strike on my channel for talking about leaked information. But anyway, I was sent a leak through the DMs on Twitter. Speaking of which, make sure you go follow me at @sir_hunts several months ago, right? I thought this leak was crazy. It mentioned a bunch of stuff. This was before the teaser even came out. It mentioned a bunch of stuff that this person thought was going to happen in the first season. But one of the things they mentioned that I thought was insanely interesting was that they knew that this show is obviously going to involve way more dragons, so they've got to make the aerial maneuvers more advanced, because these dragon riders have been riding their dragons for a lot longer. So you do a little bit of research into that kind of stuff, and this person mentioned that they would be using something called a tuning fork, which was used for the Maleficent movie with Angelina Jolie. And basically, when she's a fae, right? She's fairy. So when she's flying, the camera zooms in and she's doing like 180s and 360s and moving quickly and slowly. And the camera can zoom in and pan out and do all the exciting things that make for amazing shots, right? This person mentioned that they would probably be using that for House of the Dragon. Now, you flash forward to a couple weeks ago when we had images of the dragon saddle leaked. This show is going to be canon with the source material. It's one of the big things about Targaryens and taming their dragons. They use saddles and whips. This show will be containing whips. And basically what I'm saying is, if you go look up that picture, you can find it. It's out there. Underneath, there's blue cloth that's covering something up. That is the tuning fork. That is what is going to allow them to move forward. Like, if you've ever seen a bucking bronco or, you know, one of the ride the bull challenges, right, where you're basically watching girls' boobies flop around, right? That's kind of what this thing does, except for it's way more stylistic, right? Obviously, that's super exciting to hear, because as a fan of this show, I look forward to the most, like, what are going to be the things that sets this show apart from Game of Thrones? Like, how are they going to make it better? Obviously, the dragons are going to look way more realistic from beginning. And imagine how they're going to look into later seasons, like 5 or 6 years down the line from now, when CGI has increased even more, right? But the aerial maneuvers and the close-up dragon rider shots are going to be amazing, and that's something that Game of Thrones didn't really have until the later seasons. And now, technology's obviously advanced to allow something like that. The other thing that I want to address in this video, because it's not going to be very long, I don't want to take up too much of your time, is there's a IMDb page that has the release date for House of the Dragon being April 4th, April 3rd, whatever. It's fake. It's fake, right? Anyone can edit that. It's just like when you would type in House of the Dragon on Google and the release date on Google said January 1st, 2022, right? Those kinds of things are changed. If I'm not mistaken, IMDb had another fake release date last year until someone changed it. I think it takes a while for someone to change it back to TBD, like to be determined. It's probably easier, the like approval process to submit changes to IMDb if you have a pro account is pretty arbitrary. Literally all you have to do is submit a form, fill it out, and then wait a few hours, and if you have some sources, they don't need to be validated, but if you have some source, that's when a moderator of IMBD will allow that change to go. It's kind of like how moderators on Wikipedia can edit certain information, right? So it's fake. There's a chance, but we haven't even gotten a trailer yet, and they're literally still getting news every other day of how people are still finishing up filming. So I don't think that it's going to come that soon, April 4th or whatever. The last thing I want to mention before I get out of here is Targaryen madness. Right? It's Targaryen Thursday. I do see a lot of people saying that Targaryens are afflicted with madness. Here's the thing. I'll keep it short and sweet. Yes, Targaryens can be crazy. Obviously, inbreeding doesn't help that situation. But for the most part, the Targaryens have a giant spotlight. The entire realm is looking at the royal family. So any wrongdoings or anything they do is going to be blasted out tenfold and changed. It's like that game Rumor, where you're a kid and you stand in a line and you tell someone a secret, and by the end, it's orange hippopotamus, but it started out as a brown book, right? That's what happens with the Targaryens. Everything that they do gets exemplified and basically drawn out and blown out, right? So that's kind of what Targaryen madness. And don't get me wrong, they can be cunts. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Mark, and this has been Sir Hunt's Long Night Reviews. If you want more, like a more regular video, well, check the description, because I've uploaded like 7 times in the past 48 hours. Long nights! Thank you for watching. My name's Mark, and this has been Sir Hunt's Reviews.